Hello there. How is everyone? Welcome to this Wednesday evening's live stream, Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, wherever you are. Um, you're probably wondering what the big announcement is, special announcement, whatever you want to call it, and I will get to that shortly. We've got a little bit more few more housekeeping things to do first, and one of them is to announce who the February Fan of the Month was. Okay, and I'm happy to see that the winner is actually on the chat, on the live chat. So without further ado, I'm going to say that in second place was Anna with 4 correct, right, over the month. And the winner of the February Fan of the Month, or is it March? No, it's February. February Fan of the Month was Lou Dane. Okay? And I see you're watching, Lou, because you made a comment there a few minutes ago. So there you go, Lou Dane. So what I need Lou Dane to do is I need them to send me their mailing address and we will mail off your prize. So, hello, the King's Court. Just wanted to say hello. Got to get back to work. That was very quick, the King's Court. Okay. I'm seeing some comments on here that says that Elvis Presley is still alive. If I see any more of those comments, you will be removed from the live stream. So that's, I'm only going to say that once. Okay. There's Anna. Anna, you were second. Very, very close. There was only one question in it. Don't forget, it's not only a Fan of the Month quiz, but it's also Fan of the Year as well. And for Fan of the Year, you will get an extra special prize. So that doesn't mean that you can't keep competing and your answers will total up, and you could become Fan of the Year. So there you go. Now, secondly, just for a bit of fun there, a couple of days ago, I posted a poll on the community tab on this this channel, and it was actually it was spurred on. It gave me the idea about this poll because I was speaking to Lee Wood last Sunday. I don't know whether everybody saw that. He was a preacher and he was talking about Elvis's sacred albums and his faith and so forth. And I asked the question, out of the 3, His Hand in Mine, He Touched Me, and How Great Thou Art, what was your favorite album? And basically it came out and there was an overwhelming winner out of those 3. When I checked about half an hour ago, 17% said He Touched Me, 18% said His Hand in Mine, and 65% said How Great Thou Art was the overwhelming winner of the sacred albums. So there you go. Now, I'm not sure now whether some people just thought I was asking for the song. What was the favorite of the song? His Hand in Mine, He Touched Me, and How Great Thou Art. But I did mean the album, and How Great Thou Art. Yeah, How Great Thou Art is right. Mark says next time Anna. Correct. Yeah. Lou Dane had a really, really good run one week there. I think she got 3 in a row or something. She nearly swept the board one week, so that helps. So if you get lucky, well, not so much lucky, but if it just hits that those 3 or 4 questions suit you, you're going to do very, very well. And as far as I know, next week's or this coming Sunday's quiz is actually going to be a theme question, theme quiz. The questions are all going to be on one theme. Okay, so if you don't know much about movies, and I've picked movies, don't bother to tune in. It's not movies. As far as I remember, it's not movies. It could be songs, actually, or it could even be. I haven't got the list here at the moment. I've mislaid it somewhere. It could be finish these lyrics or complete these lyrics. So there you go. Did anybody get chance to fish out Elvis song of the week that I mentioned on Sunday? I'd picked, because it was going through my head all week, I'd picked Bringing It Back, which is the one from Elvis Today. But the one I actually suggested was the one that was undubbed. In other words, the one that just Elvis and the group in the studio before it was sent away to New York or Nashville or wherever it was. I can't remember now which studio it went to, but Felton Jarvis overdubbed a whole load of things on top of some of them. He wasn't too heavy on the Bringing It Back, but the undubbed version of Bringing It Back is still far superior, I think, to the one that appeared on the Today album. Now, Maureen is saying, what is the exciting news? I will tell you in a few minutes. So I promise not to keep you waiting too long. How is everybody? There's Ruth. Hi, Ruth. Don't forget, Lou, to send me your postal address so that we can get that prize off to you. You can send it to Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel at gmail.com. Is that okay, Lou? By the way, Lou, where are you based? I'd be interested to know where you're based. Mark says he forgot to check it out. Well, like I say, don't forget to check it out. And there'll be another Elvis song of the week this Sunday as well. Okay. Right. I think, to be honest, after, how long is it? 8 or 9 minutes waffling away, I'm going to tell you what the announcement is, and then you can leave your comments for me to have a wee look at while I'm talking. I said to you a couple of Sundays ago that I had what I considered a big interview, and unfortunately the interview was pushed back nearly a week, so it was only carried out yesterday. I carried it out yesterday, and I did all the post-production on it and so forth, and got it all ready for you. And the interview is going to be ready. I've scheduled it for broadcast in about 50 minutes from now. So that's half past the next hour. I mean, in the UK now, it's 20 to 8, which means I've scheduled it for 7:30. So if you had another 50 minutes on to now, that's when this interview will be going live. And I consider myself very, very lucky that this person agreed to speak to me. And it's a she. And I'm sure you'll be interested. I hope you'll be interested to hear that the person I interviewed was Ginger Alden. Okay? Elvis's fiancée at the time of his death. So I hope that in about 50 minutes' time, you'll look forward to listening to what she has to say. We covered quite a few topics. Of course, a lot of it will be already known, but some of the things I actually wanted to ask her about was, the Elvis What Happened book. Did Elvis discuss it with her? Was he preoccupied about the Elvis What Happened book? I also delved a little bit into how they passed their time when they were upstairs in the bedroom. So obviously, there was lots of reading books, Cairo's Book of Numbers, The Prophet, the Impersonal Life. And I also asked her about Lisa Marie, and if she could speak to Lisa, what she would say to Lisa today. and loads of other things we covered as well. There's no point in me going through and telling you everything that we covered, because then it wouldn't actually, you know, be worth you listening to the interview. And it was a fascinating interview, I must admit. I found Ginger to be absolutely lovely, absolutely delightful. So, you know, she was a really, really delightful person, and I'm so glad that she agreed to speak to me, because it was one of those things where we actually joked about crossing things off bucket lists. And she says that I'm now crossed off her bucket list. I thought it was actually the other way around, but there you go. So, yeah, that's basically it. I hope I haven't disappointed you. I'm sure some people are just saying, "Oh, is that all it is?" Fair enough. I can't change that. However, I would suggest that you give it a wee listen sometime. Not necessarily tonight, because it'll be there. It'll be available for a long, long time. So just listen to it when you can. I don't think that's the reason, Earl. I don't think she needs money, simply because no money changed hands between me and Ginger. So she just granted me the interview out of the goodness of her heart, actually. Thank you very much. Some people are saying nice work. She is very pretty, and from what I, the impression I got from speaking to her is she's beautiful inside and out. I can see what Elvis saw in her. She's going to. I think she's going to dispel a few more myths that are going around about her and about her time with Elvis. Of course, there are always people that won't, believe what she says or say she's making it up. It's been sort of 7 or 8 years since she wrote the book. So a few more things have happened since she wrote that book. A few more things have come out. A few things has happened that she's had to address, and she addressed them during the interview. So as I say, if it was me and somebody was telling me now that there was a new interview going around from Ginger Alden, then I would definitely give it a listen, and I would, at least hear her out. Margaret says she's rereading her book, super book. She was really focused on Elvis. That's correct. I mean, like I say, there's a lot of mistruths and misquotes and rumours that have sprung up in the last sort of 44 years. And it's definitely worth listening to Ginger and hearing her side of the story. She was there. You've got some... Steve, they weren't even together for 1 year. No, it was 9 months, Dave. Yeah, 9 months. She was there. A lot of people have written things and said things about Elvis that weren't even in the room at the time. So, at least she can say, well, I was there. So Lou Dane says she won't miss it. I'm glad to hear that. At the very, very least, hear her out. You can make your own opinion of what you think, but I think everybody deserves to be heard. Yeah, that's right. Ginger was only 20 years old, so she was very young. She was very young, and she would be the first to admit it that she was very young. Now, Steve, did you hear the remix of Do the Vega? I think I saw that on my feed on Sunday or Monday, and I didn't get a chance to click on it yet. But you've just reminded me, actually, Patrick, that I will. I'll go in and I'll listen to it. Okay, I mean, ManWiggy66 says a lot can happen in 9 months. I don't think that it's the fact that she was only with Elvis for 9 months. It's the fact that she was with him. She was there almost every day with him for those 9 months. He proposed to her. He gave her an engagement ring. I don't think 9 months has much bearing on it, to be honest. That's my own personal opinion. Okay. She and Elvis were both Pentecostal. She understood his faith. I thought it was very, very interesting that, the stuff that they got into, and the books and the understanding that he tried to pass on to Ginger. And Ginger said that she did find it interesting, and she was willing to learn. Pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle room. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that always reminds me of Mark Cohen. Yeah, and Walking in Memphis. King says smash the like button, folks. He always reminds me to say those things. Yeah, I mean, like I say, bottom right hand corner, if you can subscribe and click the bell, it does help, because the more subscribers, the more that people will actually see these videos that I put up. Not just these live streams, but the videos I put up, and interviews and things like that. And we have to try and keep Elvis's name out there, and all these things help. So yeah, well, this is right. I mean, Earl says there, the problem with people doing interviews is that the person concerned can't say if it's true or not. No, you have to use your own judgment. If somebody tells you a story about something that happened, you have to form your own opinion about whether it happened or whether it's true or whether it isn't. So I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying, hear Ginger out, and she was there. I have no reason to disbelieve the things that she was telling me and has put in her book, but that's my opinion. I'm not saying that everybody should have that opinion. My grandfather was friends with Elvis in high school. In fact, Elvis gave him money to fly to California. Wow. Very interesting, that. Many of the Memphis Mafia were not around in 1977. Well, the true Memphis Mafia had kind of dissolved by then. Yes, Lou. They were more... I mean, Joe was still around, Billy was still around, but it was more sort of, the boys that were around in the 60s had gone, like Marty and Richard and people like that, Lamar wasn't around as much as he was in the 60s. He was more advanced man with the Colonel by the 70s, wasn't he? So, Banjo Paul, hiya. Don't forget, you can sing me a song if you want. You can send me another song. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, I mean, I can see just from the comments that there is a lot of positivity about this interview. And I would ask, anybody that is a little bit dismissive, just, give it a try and give it a listen. If nothing else. I think I've got a smear on my glasses. That's why I keep seeing a shadow. Maureen Westling, thanks for the update in Dallas. It's only 66 degrees in Dallas. I hope the snow is gone though, because it was awful snow. I was speaking to Charles the other day, and in Dallas, and he was saying he'd never seen snow like it in his life before. So yeah. Sorry, I said I was speaking to Charles. I meant to say I was speaking to Charles Stone. I was interviewing him for this channel, and he was in Dallas, and he was saying about how heavy the snow had been. Too much negativity surrounding the poor man already. Richard, yeah, no, I mean, there was a lot of positivity from Ginger. No, Elvis and Ginger didn't have a child together. No. Yeah, Eileen says she'll enjoy listening to the interview another time. Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be there forever. You can kind of listen to it whenever you want. It's going to go live in about 40 minutes now, half past the hour. Thanks, Casey. Yeah, I mean, I was pleased when she agreed. We've kind of been Facebook friends for quite a while, and I'd been asking her on and off, and she said she would do it one day, and then thankfully this year she said yes, we'll do it, and I'm glad she did. and we had a bit of fun as well off air. We were kind of teasing each other about bucket lists and things like that. And I said to her, "You'll have to come to Ireland, definitely. I'd love to meet up, and you'd get a great welcome when you came to Ireland." She said she'd love to visit because she thinks it's such a beautiful country. I asked her about Elvis touring overseas as well. Did he discuss coming to England? Yeah, that's right. As far as we know, he never mentioned engagement to Linda. Well, no, Billy didn't write a book per se, but he did. He did one with Lamar and Marty, Alan and Ash, the revelations of the Memphis Mafia. But no, he didn't actually write a book per se. No. Oh, Mark, yeah. The prize for the March Fan of the Month. Uh, no, I can tell you what the February one was, which has been won by Ludain. It's a exclusive drawing. It's not a print or anything like that. It's an actual drawing, an Elvis drawing that will be winging its way to Lou. One of the people that's on here, Chris, our student, art student, has is drawing a 1950s Elvis for me. So that, but I haven't sorted out what a prize for March is yet. I'll try and figure something out between now and this Sunday coming, so I can tell you what the prize will be for March. It'll be a biggish one now for the fan of the year. Um, okay. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. Okay, Sue. Yeah. Like I say, take your time. It is going live in about 25 minutes, but it'll be there for hopefully a long time. Be there for whenever you want to listen to it. Yeah, if somebody'd like to donate a prize, I would be very very grateful. My personal mug. Yeah, I'm using an Elvis glass tonight. Actually, I came across. I found it. Uh, I've had it for quite a while. It actually says EPE 1988, but I think I remember getting that in Tupelo. I either got it in Tupelo or Sun Studio, I think. Arkansas says, "Getting out of here, can't wait for Ginger." Well, it's only just over half an hour now. Yeah, Banjo Paul says he'll donate his new album. Might be a good idea if you have two or three mods, Steve. They can't look after chat and put links in chat also. Yeah, Revelations of the Memphis Mafia by Alan and Ash is a great book. I agree. Yeah, I must actually I must ask somebody to be a mod so as they can look at some because I don't see all the comments because I don't want people saying Elvis is alive and Elvis is this or slagging anybody that's connected with Elvis. Saying bad things about say Ginger or Priscilla or Lisa or anything like that. So yeah, I might ask if people want to um, volunteer to be a mod. They'd obviously have to be available most Sundays and most Wednesdays because I think I'm going to be doing one every Wednesday like now and one every Sunday. I'm definitely going to be doing one every Sunday because we do the quiz. Patricia says, "So glad Ginger has agreed to speak to you. So am I. So was I. Um, I would love to speak to Priscilla. I would love to speak to Lisa, but of course Lisa is got bigger problems at the moment than speaking to me. It's something we actually touched on with Ginger, actually. Yeah, Mark, I agree with you. Dave donated a fantastic prize earlier. Ruth got that. Yeah, I agree, Paul. Spot on. Be respectful. You have to be respectful. I mean, they were in Elvis's life. I didn't realize that Ginger had done a lot of interviews lately. I know she's got one coming up in August, and she did a small one just before Christmas with somebody. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't really, I don't really have time to watch a lot of Elvis's videos on YouTube and things like that at the moment because I'm actually so busy with this channel. So Bernadette says she might not listen tonight. No, it doesn't matter. You don't have to listen tonight because, like I say, it will be there. I do have Ginger's book. Yes, I had Ginger's book when it first came out in 2014, and I reread it over the last 2 weeks in anticipation of speaking to her because I wanted just to refresh my memory about the things that I wanted to ask her about. We don't get a lot of spam on your channel, Steve. No, we don't. Well, we don't get a lot on this live feed, but I get quite a lot when people comment afterwards, and then on the interview ones as well. I get a lot of spam as well, which I have to kind of remove manually. Yeah, Ginger is going to be in Memphis, I believe, during Elvis Week. How long is the interview? The interview is about 43, 44 minutes, if I remember rightly. But you can dip in and dip out if you if you want. I try and keep my interviews to between 45 and 60 minutes because, I don't like to keep my guests too long. I'm sure they have better things to do than to speak to me. So I always aim for between 45 and 60 minutes. I could have spoke to Ginger all day. That's how lovely I thought she was. But yeah, about 45 minutes. And it'll be on in 30 minutes. So as I say, I'm going to love you and leave you. I just wanted to pop in and tell you those few things. I wanted to announce about Lou Dane because I wanted them to send me their mailing address because they were the winner of the quiz. I wanted just to say about the poll for How Great Thou Art being the winner out of the 3 sacred albums. And I really, really do hope that you enjoy the Ginger Alden interview as much as I enjoyed it. And don't forget to join me on Sunday, this coming Sunday, for another round of the quiz, another Elvis Song of the Week. So until then, please look after yourselves.